Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Juice Baseball channel. And welcome back to another episode of the San Diego Padres rebuild here on MLB The Show 24. In the last episode, we kind of went crazy, you could say. We kind of made, I don't know if it was a rash decision, but we went against the grain a little bit and made two trades to the starting rotation that you could think are team altering, franchise altering. Hopefully, in the right way. Because we made two trades before the trade deadline, which is in this episode, for Spencer Strider and Cole Ragans. Both are having tremendous seasons so far and have continued that now here in San Diego. But we pair them alongside Cy Young contender and probably Cy Young favorite at this point, Shane McClanahan. A young Brian Bella who's trying to figure it out still and is playing pretty well, pitching pretty well. And then a Reed Detmers who is struggling, to say the least, but he is possibly turning it around at this point. So we had these two dudes to the organization, to what was already a good starting rotation. Now we had these guys in, plus we have the best bullpen in baseball, probably by an easy amount, and yet that only adds us 50 wins, which is still 2 games behind the LA Dodgers. Now, when we started the last episode, we were ahead of the Dodgers. And then we went on some sort of wild losing streak. I mean, look at all these games in May that we lost. This is just outrageous. We should not be losing to the Texas Rangers. We shouldn't be losing to the Colorado Rockies. We shouldn't have lost 2 games to the Rockies at all. Or the Angels. Or the Braves even, who aren't having that good of a year. Certainly not to the Royals or the Giants. I mean, a lot of these are just avoidable losses that we just didn't avoid. Very frustrating. So I made those moves, and hopefully, I mean, we did start to perform a little bit better in June. We were winning games that we should have won. We still lost a few games that we probably shouldn't have lost. But now we enter the month of July. We've got a series against the White Sox, who are god-awful. We've got a series against the Pirates, who are bad. A series against the Nationals, who are god-awful. And then it's All-Star Week. We should theoretically sweep all 3 of these teams. We're probably going to lose a couple of games to the Pirates, I would assume. That's just usually what happens. But I would pretty much say for certain we're going to sweep the Nationals and the White Sox. Although, who am I to judge? We're probably going to lose at least 1 or 2 games to each of these teams, which is just going to be infuriating because the Dodgers are going to keep on winning. But now that we are into the trade deadline month, which will come at the end of the year, or end of the month, do we need to make any other adjustments? We already took care of the pitcher rotation. That's done, except for maybe Reed Detmers gets moved. I don't know. I want to see how he pitches the rest of the month of July, and then we'll make our final decision. I'm leaning towards keeping him, but I don't know for sure. But for the most part, the rotation and the bullpen is done. The staff is done. Is there any move that I want to make to the hitting, to the lineup here? Salas is developing. I like to see that. The number 1 pick, Mariano Alfonso, is starting to develop. He is taking a little bit of a hit to his contact versus lefties, but that's okay. He's just playing a little DH right now. Hopefully he can heat up a little bit. We've got Jackson Merrill. We've got Nolan Gorman, Vladdy Jr., Gunnar, Fernando Tatis. I like the team. I think we're in a good spot. I think we can win games with this lineup. And I think we can win a World Series with this lineup. The bench, maybe we can do something with. We should probably get JT Realmuto's contract off of our books. Because if we go here to the budget, we don't have that much room in the budget. We have $17 million, and Realmuto's getting paid $9 million for 2 years at 36 years old. That's just something that we can't really have. So maybe one of the trades that we make is to send JT Realmuto to a team that needs a catcher or maybe a veteran presence, and we get back some sort of depth piece, whether it is a catcher or somebody else. So maybe like we send The Royals, we send them JT Realmuto, who could use a starting catcher, and we get back Blake Mitchell, but that would be a little bit too valuable. We'd have to give something else back. What can we get back in return for? I mean, we don't necessarily need a crazy good catcher because we have Samuel Basallo, who's next in line behind Ethan Salas. So maybe catcher is not... We shouldn't be looking for like the craziest good catcher as a young prospect, but maybe different position. Who needs a catcher? The Reds certainly could use a catcher, and they have Hugo Ferreira, who is a really good power hitting catcher. Maybe we toss the Reds a catcher, although their catcher they're starting right now is a youngster named Wesley Kubik, who's they're giving some reps to, so maybe they don't need him. I might come back and get Hugo Ferreira because I haven't seen a catcher 19 years old have that much power. I might come back and get him a little bit later. Maybe that's another move that we make. Maybe, what about if I do this? What if I toss them Brian Valenzuela, because I don't need him anymore, and we give them, who else do we not need? I mean, we don't need any of these deep potential guys, to be fair. We have a lot of outfield guys that we don't really need. Bryce Johnson, certainly. I could give them Julian Hoctua, and then I could give them Emmanuel Nash, maybe. It's probably going to have to be somebody a little bit more valuable than that. Joe Adele, I don't really want to give up, at least not yet. We don't really have the outfield depth that I'm looking for. They really like Robert Perez, so maybe I take away Julian Hawk, and we add in somebody else. Maybe they need a relief pitcher. We have a lot of good young relief pitchers, but I want to keep those guys, obviously. It doesn't look like there's any other guys that we have. What about pitching? You want Sean McCain? They do want Sean McCain. I don't really want to give up Sean McCain, though. They want Brian Feliciano. Do I like Brian Feliciano? I mean, he's pitching amazing in Double-A. Ooh, but they want Rolando Cordova. I feel like he's one of the guys that we just drafted last year. They don't want Randy Vasquez. I would totally give up Randy Vasquez if they wanted him, but they don't want Randy Vasquez, unfortunately. They want one of these two young pitchers. Which one do I want to keep around? They're both pitching pretty well in Double-A. So that's kind of annoying. I wish one of them was pitching bad so that I make that trade a little bit easier. Let's see. Why couldn't you want Omar Cruz? Who do I want to give up? Do I want to give up Rolando Cordova, or do I want to give up... I mean, he's got 99 velocity. This dude doesn't throw as hard. Feliciano doesn't. Cordova's got good stamina. His hits per nine and his K per nines are not that great, but neither really are Feliciano's. His home runs per nine are pretty bad, too. So is Feliciano's. His are actually worse. His walks per nine are better than Feliciano's. I think Feliciano is the guy that we move. Brian Feliciano is the guy that we trade. We get back Hugo Ferreira, who is a power hitting catcher. Excuse me. Who is a power hitting catcher that we bring in as some depth, add to the team, give us a little bit more variety, a little bit more options, and he's only 19 years old. So, boom. There we go there. We didn't really trade up anything, to be fair. Okay. But we're still on the lookout for that JT Realmuto trade, and the Pirates are in desperate need of a catcher. Oh my God. Okay, I think we found our team. We send JT Realmuto to the Pirates. But what do we get back in return? They got Nolan Arenado here. We probably have to get back somebody pretty decent. Craig Pena. I almost said Carlos Pena. Craig Pena. What about Felnin Celestin? Celestin? I don't know how to say his name, to be honest with you. We wouldn't be able to get him anyway. It doesn't look like they have anybody too great. Maybe they got a pitcher? They could have a pitcher. Like Bubba Chandler. 76 overalls at 24. That might be a little bit too old, though. And he's going to be more valuable. I kind of want to just do a 1-for-1. Kind of like this. Julio Villanueva, who's 19 years old, 59 overall. Has really good velocity. His hits per nine are not great. He doesn't really simulate too well, but he's only 19, so he's got a little bit of room to improve. How about we toss him in the trade, and we also toss in... Maybe this guy, Vladimir Asensio. He doesn't really do anything that great, though. Who else do they have as a young prospect? They've got that Craig Pena guy. They don't. All their young guys are injured, and they're guys with good potential. Ooh, I would totally go for Emmanuel Bats, but talk about a great name. Yeah, they need a catcher. We need to send Real Muto here. Anthony Marlin might not be bad at all. If I could grab him, that could be pretty awesome. And how about you take Julian Hawk? They're willing to do that. Okay, so starting pitcher and a closing pitcher for Real Muto and Julian Hawk. Julian Hawk's just there to add the extraness. But I like that trade. It gets the $9 million off of our books. And we get back 2 young prospects. I'm happy with that, JT Realmuto. And the Pirates desperately needed a catcher. So go start at catcher for the Pirates all season. Perfect. That is a really, really beneficial trade. I like that a lot. We bring in another pitcher. We just replaced the other dude that we just had with Julio Villanueva, who's going to go down to Double-A to pitch down there because we already have our AAA roster or AAA rotation, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. We got Sean McCain probably needs to come up to AAA. So we'll have him come up to AAA. Then we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4 AA pitchers. We need another one. Okay, I'm going to have to sign a free agent pitcher there. But now we have Anthony Martin, who we can move. Actually, you know what? We'll keep him as the AA closing pitcher. I was going to move him to relief pitcher like we did with Romeo Stark and all these guys. But let's sign a free agent starter to go down to AA for us. How about this Juan Tejado guy? We might as well. Okay, he's going to come in, and he's going to pitch some AA baseball for us. He is already... Okay, he's perfect. He's already on the AA roster. Awesome. That is sorted there. AAA rotation's looking good. Starting rotation's looking good. Catcher, we now add Hugo Ferreira to the big leagues. I don't know about that, big dog. I like your enthusiasm, but you're not going to be in the big leagues. You're going to be down in AAA. And then Felipe Marin is going to be in AA, where he's been all year. I like that. I like that a lot. We've got everything here looking good. We just really need some depth. I think I might go in free agency and just sign some infield depth, especially a catcher. We probably need an extra catcher. James McCann, Austin Hedges. I mean, there's not really a lot of MLB-ready catchers, if we're being honest. Michael De La Cruz, Max Dowell, James McCann. James McCann's taking some nasty hits. Austin Hedges is bad. I mean, there's no MLB-ready catchers. But we could get some first basemen. Let's see. Who's some young first baseman that we can put on there? How about CJ Kayfus? We'll sign him to the deal. We need second baseman. Is there some youngsters here? Nick Goodwin, maybe. Is there anybody with like decent potential, maybe? There's a C potential guy for Will Wagner. It doesn't look like there's anybody that's going to have crazy good potential. There's a 23-year-old here. Geraldo Garcia. Might as well sign him. There's a 19-year-old, but he's a 49 overall. Clay Shepard. I'll go with the 23-year-old Geraldo Garcia. And you know what? I'll pick up the 19-year-old as well. Clay Shepard. And then we'll go third base. We do need some third basemen. Graham Pauley. There's got to be some guys. Caber Rodriguez. He's a pretty good utility guy. I might want to sign him just because he's got Oh, that's not the contract I wanted to sign him to. If you release him, you will be required to pay $500. That's a lot of money. I mean, it's not that crazy amount of money, but I did not want to sign him to a $4 million deal for 5 years. But whatever. I guess I did. I wasn't expecting his contract to be more than the ones that we were offering earlier. 25, Mikey Kane. There's a 22-year-old down here, a 19-year-old. Let's grab Jason Ziegler. And then we'll go to shortstop and grab some guys. There's a 22-year-old Bobby Williamson. Okay, grab him. And there's a 19-year-old Ronnie Mortensen. Absolutely, welcome to the squad. Outfield. Is there anybody that's like super fast? There's an 87 speed Donta Williams. Let's grab him. Never know when you can need speed. Is there anybody with crazy good power? Cecil Hill, Xavier Shipman. Yep. Doesn't look like there's anybody that's got like crazy power other than like the real life guys. Yeah, nobody's got like crazy crazy power, but Homer Bush, I like the name, so I'm going to pick him up. Center field. There's a couple 20-year-olds. This guy's got 96 speed. Julius Gonzalez, welcome to the squad, big dog. 96 speed's crazy. And then 85 speed for Marco Batista. We'll grab him, and then we go to the right field spot. And there's nobody that's like popping out to me, but there are a couple 19-year-olds. Charlie Roman. And then you've got Fernando Campos or Edgar Alvarez, who's got a little bit more speed and a little bit better in terms of his fielding and stuff. So we'll grab those two guys. Okay. So that is a little bit more depth at each position. Just adding a little bit more to the squad. I mean, none of these guys are going to end up being anything crazy good, but they've got Kyber Rodriguez as a MLB player. I don't think so, big dog. I appreciate the enthusiasm, but you are not playing big league ball. You're not ready there. Sorry. Okay, so we will add... I thought I put him on Class A. Okay, so we are back down to our normal amount of players. The only other thing that we could use is an actual backup closer, now that or a backup catcher that we traded away Real Muto. Now we need an actual, like, none of the free agents are MLB caliber. So we need to grab a guy who is MLB caliber, like Dalton Rushing or Joey Bart. Joey Bart is certainly MLB caliber. Maybe Joey Bart wouldn't take that much to get. Let's try to give up Tyler Robertson and Kyber Rodriguez. I know that we just signed those guys. What about if I give you Bo Hall? Johnny Pearson. Take Jacob. I'll move away from one of these guys, and I'll add something a little bit more enticing. Oh, how do you not want this guy? Okay. What about Lucas Dunn? He gets it across. Okay. But he's a big utility guy. Maybe I want to keep him around. But this gets us a catcher that we need. So I'm going to send those guys across. We get back a catcher who can be the backup now, and he's not that expensive. So perfect. Joey Bart's now our backup big league catcher, and I probably do need to go back and sign another second baseman and maybe another right fielder. So let's go and sign a couple of guys here. Second baseman who's young. I guess it doesn't have to be young, but just has a little bit of value. Not really anybody there. There's a 23-year-old Neville Shea. Sure, why not? And then we'll go to right field and try to grab somebody else. Maybe somebody that's like a freak athlete that didn't get signed anywhere. I doubt that's even a thing, but there is a guy with 84 speed. He's 31 years old, though. Oh, I might as well just go back and sign that 19-year-old that I was thinking about. Okay, perfect. So those are the AA guys that I wanted to bring in. Where did that second baseman go? Oh, he's playing AAA. Oh, wait, no, he's not. He's in AA. Who needs to be in... One of these guys can come up and play AA. How about Dante? Because he is fast. So we'll move him up. Perfect. Okay, perfect. We are good to... Who's a single-A guy that's on the 40-man roster? Jason... Oh, that's because he was on the big league club. That's right. We can remove him from the 40-man roster. We can remove Kaber from the 40-man because we don't need any AA guys on the 40-man roster. Okay, perfect. We are good to go. Now we can finally get into simulation. After all those trades have been done, we move on from JT Realmuto and we bring in Joey Bart. So his contract should not be anything too crazy. We can even find him on here. Joey Bart. Okay, he's making 1.2. That's absolutely fine. And he's got 2 years of arbitration. So we're in a lot better situation now. And he's not that much of a difference from Realmuto at this point. Okay, let's get simulating here. Get to the draft and all that good stuff. Boehm's got a 10-game hitting streak. We lose to the White Sox. What did I tell you? I told you we'd lose some games that we should not lose. We lose the White Sox, but we win that game. It's a scouting assignment day, and it looks like the trade block had been updated. Casas, Lodolo. Oh, that's right, De La Cruz. I forgot about De La Cruz being on the trade block. Oh, that's enticing. That really is. That really is enticing. Okay, scouting. This is our final week of scouting, so I might as well keep these guys and find out exactly how good they are. We will hopefully win this one. Mason Miller's in a tough spot. We do win. Now we take on the Pirates. Mason Miller in a back-to-back games with tough situations. Nolan Jones got a 10-game hitting streak. We win that game. Let's win some games here, boys. There we go. Now we're winning games. Jared Triolo. Why did I say it like that? Jared Triolo traded from the Pirates to the Diamondbacks for Tommy Troy and Christian Mena. A couple of youngsters. And then Brandon Marsh traded from the Phillies to the Cardinals for Jordan Walker and Tink Hence. Those are actually big names. Okay, so the discount Jason Worth is headed from the Phillies to the Cardinals. Very interesting. Nolan Gorman's got 2 home runs in the game. We win that game. Perfect. Emmanuel Nash tore his calf. That's not good. But we do pick up 3 out of 4 against the Pirates. You see what I said? I knew we'd lose some unnecessary games. We're only a game back of the Dodgers, and we are a day away from the draft. We beat the Nationals, All-Star Futures game, everything like that. Let's sim to the draft and get the thing going. So go to the draft. Okay, this is the big deal. Willie Garcia I am in love with. I mean, look at this. There's no way he's actually this good, but he might end up being that good. He's projected to go at 94. I think I have to take him at 28. I know that might be a little bit of a reach, but I think I have to take him at 28. I'm going to put all these guys that I scouted on the board just so I have them here. I mean, Willie Garcia looks like an absolute, utter freak. I haven't seen anybody that good this far down the board in a long time, maybe even ever. I mean, he's got the contact potential. He's got the power potential. He's got the vision. He's got all of the stuff you want. Plus, he's got the stealing. He's got the arm strength. He can play catcher and outfield. He's not the fastest guy in the world, but he probably wouldn't play any outfield. He could probably just play first base and catcher. But I mean, he's got the stuff. He's well-rounded everywhere, and he's 6'4". I've always asked for taller players to play these positions because you don't really see a lot of tiny first basemen. Then you've got Josh Vasquez, who looks very good as well. You've got Johnny De Villar, who also is pretty good. Then you've got Mariano Aquino, who also looks very good. Not as good, but very good. Isaiah McNeil, who looks really good. Chris Cullen. This could be a good draft for us. If we're able to pull this off the way that I hope we can, this could be a very good draft for us. And even Gilbert Sandoval doesn't look too bad. He's a nice speed guy to have. So this could be a good draft for us if I'm able to pull it off. I don't think that I will be able to because it never really goes my way. I just don't know if Willie Garcia will stay past 28. I guess we'll find out. Willie Garcia is my main priority. Willie Garcia is my main priority. We have to come away with Willie Garcia. I just hope that nobody really knows about him. The Tigers with the first pick take Garth Branch, who was projected to be the number 1 overall pick, and he does go number 1 overall. Good for him. That doesn't look like Willie Garcia, so we're good there. Kirk Phelps was projected to go number 2, and he does go number 2. So the rankings are going actually by the book right now, which is kind of rare. And the Nationals, okay, they go off the beaten path a little bit. They take the 8th ranked guy, but he might be pretty good. Maybe they scouted him and they found something that they like. We just have to hope that Willie Garcia did not get scouted and people don't know about him because he's got number 1 pick talent. Oh my God. I'm very scared to simulate to my pick. I know that I can't do anything regardless because you can't like make trades or anything. But I mean, I might as well just build the tension. I'm going to put my hands off the controller. We are going to let this simulate all the way to our pick at 28. It's not going to take that long. It takes about 10 seconds to pick. Come on, Willie. Do not get taken. I really hope that none of these teams did their advanced scouting and found Willie Garcia. Please, 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 please. I got my fingers crossed. I got my toes crossed. I encourage you to do the same. Cross everything that is crossable. Willie Garcia, please make it to pick number 28. Come on, come on. Willie Garcia. We're looking good. We're at number 10 right now with the Yankees. As long as the Dodgers don't get him, that's really all that I care about. Jeff Cronin goes. Are any of these guys even any good? We haven't... Okay, so anybody that's been picked so far has not been scouted by me, so... We don't know if any of those guys have been good. But like I said in the beginning, I tried this year to scout guys deeper down the board because I wanted to have some options in the later rounds. And I hope that helps. I hope I did a good enough job to have that happen. I don't know. I guess we'll find out in this draft. Come on, man. Come on, man. We're almost through the first half of the draft. Luis Ono headed to the Mets. The Mariners are up now at number 14. Come on, Willie Garcia. Willie Garcia. Willie Garcia. Oh, Jose Vasquez, or Josh Vasquez, one of the guys that I had. Okay, Josh Vasquez was probably going to be my pick at the second round if he would have made it. I guess he's a first-round pick. That's good to know. Now we're into the second half of the first round. We are a few picks away. Oh, my God. Please make it. Please make it. I haven't been this nervous for a draft pick probably ever in MLB The Show because I don't know. I mean, there's a good chance he's going to make it. But then again, like, guys, I mean, that Josh Vasquez dude was projected at 20. He goes at 14, so that's a little bit early. Now, obviously, our guy Garcia is projected at 94, so I doubt that he goes first round, but you never really know. None of these draft rankings mean anything as long as the teams do scouting. And it seems like nobody really needs a first baseman. There's only been 2 first basemen drafted in this entire first round so far, so that's good. That's a good sign. Oh, we're at 21. We are at 21. Come on, baby. Cardinals are up next. They will take Beckett Cologne, a center fielder. A lot of my guys are staying on the board, which is nice. Josh Vasquez, I'm pretty sure, is the only guy so far that's been taken that was on my board. Come on, Carl Karnitz, another catcher. A lot of catchers going. Must be a good catcher class. We've already got pretty good catchers. We've got our starting catcher and then our backup catcher, who are both pretty good. Jose Rosado heading to the Tampa Bay Rays. The Rangers are up next at 24. They will grab Stephen Young. Okay. Michael Young's kid, I guess. Who knows? And now it is time for the Atlanta Braves. And the Atlanta Braves will take Mario Casto. All right. Dodgers and Red Sox are the 2 teams ahead of us. Who will they grab? Mariano Aquino, really? The Dodgers going Mariano Aquino. That is a guy that I had on my board who I probably would have taken in the second round. And Ellis Phillips. Willie Garcia has made it to 28. Oh my God. Talk about being nervous. Darren Parker's a guy that I had scouted. He went number 20. And then Mariano Aquino. I totally would have taken this guy in the second round. But he went number 1, or he went first round. But Willie Garcia is available. Oh my God. This dude is a freak of nature. He might be one of the best players I've ever drafted. Now, I say that knowing that I drafted a player in the Toronto Blue Jays series that you need to go and check out if you haven't seen him. He is a freak. Or he was a freak when we drafted him. But Willie Garcia might be even better. And I know he's ranked number 94, but he's number 4 on our boards. And he looks like an absolute, utter freak. So I could not pass him up. There's no way he was making it to the second round. But now we don't have to wait anymore. We can just send to our next pick. Okay. So we've got Isaiah McNeil. We've got Jared, who I'm not going to pronounce his last name. We've got Greg Abbott, who is a first base, third baseman. He's only got the potential, really. That's not anything too crazy. Same with Johnny Mobley. A lot of the guys that I was interested in have gotten taken in the second round. Randall Duncan. I wonder if he makes it. I think Isaiah McNeil might be the best option for us. He's 6'2", he's 18 years old, he's got decent potential, he's got really good starting velocity and stamina. I think I might go with Isaiah McNeil in the second round. We always can use starting pitching, so we will grab him. Next Padre pick. We're in round number 3, and we are left with not a whole lot. I kind of like either Randall Duncan or Johnny Mobley. I might go Johnny Mobley simply for the speed factor that he has, and then hope that maybe Randall Duncan makes it. So we'll take Johnny Mobley with this pick. He's got decent potential. And Randall Duncan is still available. So is Greg Abbott. They both have decent potential. We got Randall Duncan up to 77%, so we didn't get him fully finished. We did get Greg Abbott finished. So I'll take the guy that we absolutely know. Greg Abbott. And then if Randall Duncan makes it, and he did. Randall Duncan here in the 5th round, we will draft Randall Duncan. purely on the potential. He's going to be a project. That's absolutely for sure. And now we are here with the final pick. And look at that. We got through 5 rounds with guys that we had scouted. So I think I did a pretty good job. But now we don't have anybody in this final round, so we just kind of have to guess. And let's just guess with, I guess, this guy who's 5'7" at third base. Doesn't really fill me with a lot of joy, though. What about, I guess, 5'10"? Let's just go with the guy that has the 99 potential. There's no way he actually has 99 potential, but maybe he does. You never know. That's why you draft him. All right, so, that said something about Isaiah McNeil, didn't it? I always skip past that. It was probably something to do with injuries, I would assume. Okay, so now that we got through that, I really hope Willie Garcia is a stud because he looks like a freak. An absolute freak. All-Star voting, we've got Shane McClanahan as a possible starting pitcher in the All-Star game. Hopefully Bo Hall. I feel like he gets hurt all the time. We do sweep out the Nationals, which is nice. Ooh, we're in Coors Field for the home run derby. Those balls are going to be flying, but we don't have anybody participating. The Cubs have 3 guys in the home run derby. Okay. Cubbies are hitting baseballs. They're hitting bombs, but we're not going to participate because we don't have anybody involved. Okay. All-Star game. It looks like McClanahan is the starter for the All-Star game, which is awesome. Did I say Kramer is undefeated? Hold on. Kramer is undefeated with a 1.71. Who is this dude? Is that Dean Kramer? Is that his name? Yeah, Dean Kramer is undefeated. Oh my God. He's killing it. Maybe we make a trade for him. Can I trade Reed Demers for Dean Kramer? I mean, he's unbelievable. Tanner Beebe's 11-1. My God, that's crazy. Okay, so we have Spencer Strider, but he's technically not really ours, but we're still going to play with him because he's on our team. But he probably made it a large part due to his stuff that he did with the Braves. Anybody else? We do get Clase, but that is it for bullpen guys and for pitchers in general. So 3 pitchers make the All-Star team. And then we've got no starting hitting. Kyle Tucker. Okay, we got Kyle Tucker. I thought we weren't going to have anybody, but we do get Kyle Tucker as a backup in the lineup. So 4 representatives in the All-Star game. I think that's perfectly fine. We don't need really anything too crazy. But we will jump in and play with only our guys, so that means a lot of pitching this time around. All right, here we go. Shane McClanahan, Cy Young favorite in the National League. How will he start here in the All-Star game against some pretty tough competition, including Nico Horner, who is on that list that I have of guys that for some reason are very hard for me to get out. Luckily this time, he was easy with a nice little strikeout on the circle change. Couldn't handle it. And we will take on Julio Rodriguez, who's hitting 275 on the year. He swings over the top of a fastball, and we'll see if we can get him out with the same kind of pitch. Little circle change action. See what happens. And we get him. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That is 2 straight strikeouts from McClanahan. You love to see it. Now it's your daddy, Yordan Alvarez. Ooh, Air Yordan. And we're going to try to get him on the circle change as well. See if we can get 3 straight strikeouts on the circle change. No, but we do get a ground pitch, and Julian cannot make the play. It's going to be a base hit for Yordan Alvarez. He got a nice little rip of that circle change, which is kind of annoying. And now it's the Judge. Aaron Judge to the plate. I would love to be able to facilitate a trade to get a guy like Aaron Judge. I don't think it's ever going to happen unless we give up crazy amounts of players. And that's another strikeout. So we don't get Yordan struck out, but we do get the rest of the at-bats on circle changes. And Shane McClanahan looking pretty darn sexy right now. All right, so we're taking on Dean Kremer, who is on the Orioles, who's killing it. Maybe we can make a trade for Dean, because I would love that, having a guy that's that dominant right now. Maybe that's who we trade Reed Detmers for. Now we don't need to worry about these guys because we don't have anybody in the starting lineup, so we can just swing and swing. And we'll come back onto the mound with inning number 2 of McClanahan. Corey Seager up next, and he's got himself a rocket into left field. Suzuki makes the play. Nobody was really even there. Some sort of shift variation or something, I don't know. But it worked for Seager. And now Rafael Devers. Ooh, swing and a miss. Strike 3 on the 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Devers could not keep up. Juan Soto. 1-2. Here comes the circle change. Got him. Got him. That's strikeout number 5 for Shane. He's having himself a day. Tristan Casas up next. He will chip that to Julian at second, or Julian at second. And 16 speed. Almost did beat the throw. Got to be a little quicker than that. But that is a beautiful day for Mr. McClanahan. But we will keep moving on here with our side. Single for Suzuki, lineouts, and triple with a run scored. Christopher Morel. Single for Alvarez, single for Turner with an RBI. Triple for Corbin Carroll. Oh, the boys are cooking. The boys are cooking. We've batted around here. Maybe I don't want Dean Kremer. Maybe I don't want Dean Kremer. I don't know. But we got to take out our boys here. Sandy Alcantara. Why did I say that so weird? Alcantara will come in, and he will... Ooh, he's in a little bit of danger here, but we do get out of it. Single, 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 single. Okay, nothing doing. Pitching change. We will bring in Yuri Perez, who's having a pretty good season in his own right. We talked about him possibly making a trade for him as well. Tristan McKenzie comes in, and he gets the job done. We will pitching change and bring in Strider and then come back out. All right, it is 5-1. Strider will make his debut in the All-Star game. And he gets a ball smoked past Julian at second into right center field. Marshall make the play, but Danny Jensen just murdered that baseball. Kind of unfortunate. Nico Horner up. I'd love a double play. I would absolutely thrive on a double play. I'm fiending for a double play. Slider, strike 3. I'll take a strikeout as well. I love the Padre boys getting strikeouts. That's what we do best. 1-1 to Julio. Grounder past Matt Olson at first. That's going to move the runner to third. And that is a dangerous situation to be in. I don't like this. I really would prefer Strider not to allow any RBIs in the All-Star game. That'd be pretty devastating. Oh, but he allowed a 3-run homer to Yordan Alvarez. Get foul, get foul, get foul. Thank you, baby Jesus. 3 feet outside the foul pole. I hate playing against Yordan Alvarez, man. He's such a beast. Brandon Marsh should be able to get this, but this could be a run unless Brandon Marsh has got a cannon, which I doubt that he has. 47 speed. He didn't even get a running start, and it's going to be safe. Strider allows an RBI. I hate it here. I hate it here. Now Aaron Judge has a chance to do some damage. Oh, my God. I was not ready for a steal. I could have threw him out, but I wasn't ready. That's my bad. I was not ready for a steal situation. But the fastball strikes out Aaron Judge and we get out of the inning. I just hate that Spencer Strider allowed an RBI. Makes me sad inside. But we will get back to the quick managed situations. Garrett Cole comes in. And we will now start pinch hitting some people as we bring in Justin Steele, who's killing it as well. I didn't negotiate with Justin Steele, possibly making a trade for him. Pitching change for John Means. Oh, we need to start pinch hitting people. So Alvarez, he'll get pinch hit for Gabriel Moreno. Trey Turner gets pinch hit for Dan's baby Swanson. Triple with an RBI. Corbin Carroll will come out for probably our boy Kyle Tucker. And here we go. Kyle Tucker with a runner on third. He's in a dangerous spot. John Means, what are you going to do, big dog? Not swinging at that. I know better. I know better. I'm a veteran. I got a good eye. Come on, Kyle. Kyle Tucker. What you got for me? Oh, that's what he's got for me. Santa Maria. That one is out of here. Kyle Tucker with a 2-run shot to right field. No doubt about it. And he puts the National League up even further. I love Kyle Tucker, baby. That's why we signed him. He was an integral part to our team. And he's here. Boom! Kyle Tucker. And they pull out John Means for Tanner Scott. The big dog is here. Swing. Oh, I probably should have pinch hit. I forgot about that. DH will be Shohei. And now Justin Steele will get brought out. And we'll bring in... We don't have Evan Phillips, do we? No, he's a Dodger. Pitch. They're starting to pitch it too. But they can't handle it. All right, we will pinch hit Matt Olson for Rowdy Tellez. Seiya Suzuki gets pinch hit for Reynolds. And Julian gets pinch hit for probably Willie Castro. And we will pitching change you for Camilo Duvall. I was going to say Fairbanks, but it's going to be Camilo Duvall. Camilo. All right, Camilo, get the job done. Come on, Camilo. It's 8-2. There you go. Good job. Morel gets pinch hit for Sal Frelick, who's killing it. Sal Frelick's not on our team, is he? Hold on. No, he's a Brewer. He's on the Bolts. I'm getting my teams mixed up. And then Moreno's the last guy. Do we need to switch him out? I mean, we could bring in Blake Sable, I guess. I might as well try, probably. Yeah, bring in Blake Sable. He'll get a hit. And then Swanson, we have second and third baseman. Okay, so we can't really get those guys substituted out of here. So Swanson, 1 run scored. Kyle Tucker, 2-run homer. I didn't even mean to skip that. I forgot Kyle Tucker was our guy, but he's got another 2-run homer. Kyle Tucker's a dog. Kyle Tucker is a dog. And Class A will come in to shut the door on the National League, even though it's not a save situation. What a dog Kyle Tucker is. Frelick on to third, and he gets that for the first out. I'd say pretty solid showing from the Padres. Oh, what a strike call there. Thank you, umpire. Clase with the slider. That's going to go into left field. Jackson Holliday with a extra base hit. That's annoying. Brian Reynolds gets it in. That's a double for Holliday. Very, very frustrating, but okay. What do we got next? We got Dalton Varsho, who I thought about trading for. I guess I probably should have because he was an all-star. There's the slider. Ooh, doesn't get him to swing and miss. What's going to get him to swing and miss? Maybe the cutter? No, it swings and he hits it. Go foul. Go foul. Please go foul. Go foul. You got to be kidding me. How in the world did that stay fair? Oh, it's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Dalton Varsho with an RBI double. Josh Lowe now. He sends that foul territory. Let's get a slider going. Come on, Clase. Get out of the danger here. How in the world did you even make contact with that? You got jammed so hard, You got jammed so hard you shouldn't even have been able to make contact with that. Henry Davis is up next. He grounds that to shortstop, and Dan's baby Swanson will end the game, and the American League loses to the National League. Big W's. McClanahan gets the dub. Padres with a great showing, as you would expect. Maybe I don't trade for Dean Kremer because he sucked in that game, in that All-Star game. That was kind of brutal for him. So maybe we don't make a trade. But the Padres with a good showing. The trading block has been updated. Ooh, they took Lodolo and De La Cruz off of there. Does that mean that they traded him? No, De La Cruz is still on the Reds, but that doesn't mean that he's not out of safety. They did trade Lodolo. Lodolo's gone. But De La Cruz is still here. He's not safe. Now, he's on my radar. He is on my radar. He is not safe. He is absolutely not safe. Okay. Let's go continue simulating to the trade deadline here. Hopefully we have a good showing against the Rockies. But we lose game 1 because, of course, we do. We win game 2. The Rockies are bad, and yet they are winning baseball games against us. Okay, let's start by signing our first overall pick, Isaiah McNeil. Yeah, it was something about his injury is what came up there because he's injured. That's okay. He's going to be in Double-A next year anyway, so it doesn't really matter. All right, Willie Garcia. You're going to get paid a decent chunk of money, and he's coming to the team. Oh, my God, I cannot wait to see how good he is. I'm so happy. So happy we're able to get him. I was real nervous, if you couldn't tell. Greg Abbott, we will sign, and he chose to sign with us. Johnny Mobley, Randall Duncan. We can offer these guys contracts. Ooh, Johnny Mobley declines. Interesting. Randall Duncan. He comes into the team. He's going to be god-awful. I just know it. But we can't offer anybody else. So we will move forward. Can we beat the Rockies, please? Beat the Rays. Another day to sign draft picks. 47%. We'll offer him probably around that. And he has decided to sign Johnny Mobley. Welcome to the team. These are the last two guys, so we'll keep moving. Beat the Rays again, please. Yes. Beat the Rays again, please. Yes, there we go. Now we're getting on a little win streak. We've built the lead up. We're a game ahead of the Dodgers. 52% on Isaiah McNeil. I don't want to pay him too much because he's injured, but we'll pay him that. He does sign. And then what about Paul Stockton? He's going to be god-awful. But he chooses to not sign that deal. Okay, he wants to be a little stingy. What is it with us not being able to play against the against the Rockies? Why can we not beat the Rockies? But we get Paul Stockton. We sign every single person to the squad. We lose to the Rockies again. What is happening with us versus the Rockies? Strider gets the shutout, thank God. And now, because we lost those 2 games to the Rockies, we are now, unfortunately, tied with the Dodgers again. This is annoying. The Diamondbacks are, in theory, able to make this a race in the division, but it's really just us versus the Dodgers. And we play the Dodgers 2 more times the rest of the year, which is not good. I'd rather play them a couple more times so we can beat them and extend our lead. But we just need to beat the teams that we should beat on paper, and we need to do that against the Mariners. Matt Strom has a soreness. Keep moving. We lose to the Mariners there, so our winning streak is over, but that gives us a 1.5 game lead. Okay. Okay. Let's keep moving. Trade deadline is upon us. Here we go. What do we do? McClanahan's killing it. Strider's killing it. Reagans is playing well. Bellows really turned it around. But Reed Detmers is starting to lose it. And I don't know if I can get the job done if he's going to lose it. Paredes is having a great year. Salas is doing well. Mariano Alfonso is hitting pretty well now. He's starting to heat up a little bit. Love to see that. I wonder if he's in Rookie of the Year contention. So we got Shohei. Ooh, so Shane McClanahan has fallen out of MVP. Oh, actually, this is MVP, not Cy Young. Here's Cy Young. Okay, perfect. I was going to say he's fallen out of the MVP race, but he was never in it because Shohei's dominating, because Shohei's doing Shohei things. But it looks like we could take home the Cy Young with either one of these guys, which is awesome. Rookie of the Year. Alfonso is battling for the Rookie of the Year, but these 2 pitchers are having good seasons, so he's going to have to step it up a little bit if he wants to win the Rookie of the Year. I'd love to win the Rookie of the Year. That'd be awesome. All right. So first order of business is to possibly get rid of Reed Detmers. And Dean Kremer, after having the All-Star game, is continuing to pitch very well. And we could get this done just like that. Is it worth it? I mean, he's coming off the past 2 seasons, he had 12 wins with a 3.24 and 11 wins with a 3.4. And then now 13 wins with a 209. He's only 31 years old. So Kremer is an option. The other guy that I was interested in was the Cubs pitcher, Justin Steele, who's also 31 years old. He's 14-2. He's pitching really, really good. He made the All-Star game. And he would also be a 1-for-1 that we could grab. But do I want to do that? Or do I want to go with Dean Kremer, who is not super expensive? He's cheaper than Detmers, and he's having a killer year in terms of his ERA. His whip is crazy good. His WAR is good. I mean, Dean seems like a smart option. And then maybe I can grab even more. Can I get a little greedy here? Sam Zuniga. I remember scouting that dude. I could add him to the team if I wanted even more catching. I already have a lot of... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I already have a lot of spots at the catching position that are pretty much filled. So who else could I go for? We could get Luis and maybe even somebody else if I wanted to get Luis. There's Dalton Varsho. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Colton Cowser. I mean, the Orioles, they don't really have the young prospects that they used to. I mean, all their young prospects are now old. Their young prospects that I'm used to are all old now. They've got Luis De Leon. Interesting. What about a little combination of him? I'm assuming they don't have any good bullpen guys. No, they don't. Him and Zuniga, we could maybe grab. What about him and Almeida? This could work. We could pull this trade. I don't really want the pitcher. De Leon's cool, but I kind of want Zuniga and Almeida. So maybe we toss in Detmers. We give them Bryce Johnson back because I don't need Bryce Johnson. And he's old as dirt. And we also give them back Caber Rodriguez, a guy that we signed. And this is they say that no to the deal. Okay, but they will take Tyler Robinson. Perfect. So we get back Kremer, who's on a hot streak of all hot streaks. We also get back a catching prospect who's pretty good and a shortstop prospect who's pretty good. I will take that deal. Bada bing, bada boom. Reed Detmers is now a pitcher for the Orioles. Congratulations, Congratulations, Reed Detmers. We get back Dean Kremer. Okay. I'm happy with that. Now, the only other option to trade is Mr. Ellie De La Cruz. What will happen with him? Where's he at? Did he get traded or is he in third base? Wait. Did they trade Ellie? No. He's in Tampa now. They traded Ellie De La Cruz. Well, I'm getting him back. You're not taking him from me, Tampa Bay. Who do you think you are? Trying to take Ellie De La Cruz from me? Come on. What are we talking about here? I will give you Mason Wynn because I don't really need Mason Wynn if you think about it. We have now Almeida and we have DeVries. So Mason Wynn doesn't necessarily need to be here. And then I will also give you Kai Murphy. And I will give you... I mean, look at our catching now. Our catching's crazy good. We got a lot of youngsters at catcher. I will also give you... I don't know. How about... Who's another old dude that we don't need? Probably Kyber, but then nobody wants Kyber. We don't need Kafus anymore. They don't want him. What do we not need? Probably don't need one of these bullpen arms. These are kind of just getting in the way, I think. So how about Nicholas Padilla? No. Tommy Nance. He's 36 years old. We don't need that on the team. Okay, so this never happened. The Rays never made the trade for Ellie De La Cruz. Just think of it as we're trading for him from the Reds. But they do get back Mason Wynn. So they've got Junior Caminero, who could be good, and now they got Mason Wynn. So congratulations. Maybe he'll start for you. But we get Ellie De La Cruz. Awesome. I love Ellie De La Cruz. And that's probably going to be our deadline completed, done and dusted. Who's on our Major League roster? Oh, it's all these young guys. Almeida, you can be in Double-A. Joey Bart needs to be here. Zuniga can be in Double-A. Who else is in Double-A? We need to move one guy down. Who's up here that shouldn't be? I think everybody's up here that should be. Yeah, right field's good. Center field's good. Left field. Shortstop. I mean, De La Cruz. Oh, it's because Mason Wynn wasn't in the bigs and now De La Cruz is. That's probably why. So I guess CJ Abrams just moves down to AAA now. He's not even hitting amazing. So we just move CJ down to AAA. And that frees up a little bit of spot. All right, perfect. We are cooking. We got the two catchers that we want. Zuniga's in Double-A. Basalo's in AAA. Along with Ferreira and then Philip Marin. Okay. Let's do this thing. Let's get the lineup perfect. Kremer goes in there. And then the lineup. De La Cruz. Awesome. 9 home runs. 48 RBIs. He could even play a little bit of third base. He could play a little bit of second base. Gorman's kind of cold right now, so maybe we switch him. Or we put him at DH. Do I want him at DH? I might. I think I'd rather want him than Paredes. So maybe we switch De La Cruz there. I like this a lot. Nolan Jones isn't hitting as much as I thought he would. He's not hitting a lot of home runs. Okay, we will go with this roster and see how it goes. Those are going to be the only trades that we make. Padres have 41 on the 40 man. Okay. Who's on the 40 man that shouldn't be? I think it is Almeida now. So who do we not want on the 40 man? Who do we not? All these guys probably should be. Who do we not want on the 40-man roster? It's probably going to be Hugo, I think. No, it's probably going to be Almeida, because if he gets picked up, I wouldn't be, like, horribly upset. I'd be upset, but I wouldn't be, like, horribly upset. I don't think he'll get picked up, but he might. People are patrolling the waiver wires all the time. Clase, get the job done. Spencer Strider bruised his arm. That's not good. We do get the win, though. Today's the day to sign draft picks. Well, we already did that. We've got all that. We lose to the Diamondbacks. McCain's no longer injured. And the Rockies have claimed him off the board. Luis Almeida goes to the Rockies. That's kind of unfortunate. But I didn't want to take anybody else off because I feel like all those other guys would have got claimed as well. So we do lose out on one of the guys that we traded for. Kind of annoying. He would have been nice little depth to the team, but that's okay. I mean, it was a casualty of war. We had to do it. Even if I trade for him back, he's just going to get claimed again because he's not going to be on the major. He's not going to be on the 40 man. I don't know why he was in the majors in the first place. Kind of annoying, but that is where we will end today's episode. Next episode, it'll be all of August and September. We will see how new addition Dean Kremer does in his debut with the team. So I'm hoping he can dominate. He's only been up here since 2020. That feels weird. But we will see how he does. Hopefully he can do pretty good. And we've got a 2-game lead over the Dodgers. Let's hope that with the next 2 months we can keep that going. If you guys enjoyed this episode, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.